Hello all, welcome to Brilliant Coaching Classes. I am Nilima Patil. In this video, you will see properties of angles formed by two parallel lines and a transversal. Now in this diagram you can see line AB is parallel to line CD and line EF is their transversal. So here total 8 angles are formed because of this transversal, and these 8 angles are grouped in different pairs of angles like corresponding angles, interior angles, alternate angles, and alternate angles again grouped in two different types, that is interior alternate angles and exterior alternate angles. Now we'll see the properties of these angles. So first, corresponding angles. Now, each pair of corresponding angles formed by these two lines and their transversal. Now, these two lines should be parallel. So, formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of congruent angles. So, wherever two lines are given parallel and there is a transversal, then the angles formed, the corresponding angles formed are congruent. So each pair of corresponding angle formed is congruent. So first pair, angle APE and angle CQP. So these are congruent angles, which is a pair of corresponding angle. Angle APE is congruent to angle CQP. First pair of corresponding angle, and these angles are congruent. Second, angle BPE and angle DQP. Angle BPE is congruent to angle DQP. Second pair of corresponding angles which are congruent. Then third, angle APQ congruent angle CQF. Angle APQ congruent angle CQF. And the fourth pair is angle BPQ congruent angle DQF. Angle BPQ congruent angle DQF. So these are the four pairs of corresponding angles which are congruent. It means if angle APE is given 100 degree, if this angle is given 100 degree, then the corresponding angle is same, that is this is also 100 degree. So these two angles APE and CQP will be of same measure, they are congruent, but the condition is line AB and line CD should be parallel and this is their transversal. So if two given lines are parallel and there is a transversal, then the corresponding angles are congruent. Similarly, BPE and DQP will be congruent. So now these are linear pairs of angle. So if it is 100, this will be 80, because on one line the two angles formed are supplementary. It means their sum is 180 degree. So if this angle is 100, this will be 180 minus 100, that is 80 degree. Now angle BPE and angle DQP are corresponding angles. This is a pair of corresponding angle and which are congruent because of these two parallel lines. So this angle is also 80 degree. Now vertically opposite angles are same. So if this is 80, this angle, that is APQ, is also 80 degree, and so CQF is also 80 degree. Corresponding angles, or from here you can see vertically opposite angle, so they are also same. Now here vertically opposite angle, so 100 degree, and so BPQ is 100, therefore DQF, the corresponding angle, the second angle in that pair, is also 100 degree. So this is how the corresponding angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of congruent angles. Next we'll see property of alternate angles. So alternate angles, Now what is the property of alternate angles which are formed by these two parallel lines and their transversal? Now each pair of alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of congruent angles. It means the alternate angles formed are congruent to each other. In alternate angle there are two types: interior alternate angles, and exterior alternate angles. So here two pairs and here also two pairs of angles are there. So first pair in interior alternate angles, angle APQ and angle DQP. So where the Z-like diagram is formed, the angles in that are interior alternate angles and they are congruent because the given lines are parallel. So angle APQ is congruent to angle DQP. And the second pair of interior alternate angles which are congruent is angle BPQ congruent angle CQP. So this angle and this angle CQP. So these are interior alternate angles which are congruent. Now exterior alternate angles. Again here two pairs are there, exterior. So they are outside of these two parallel lines. So first angle APE is congruent to angle DQF. And the second pair of exterior alternate angle is angle BPE congruent angle CQF. So these are the alternate angles formed by these two parallel lines and the transversal, and the property is these alternate angles are congruent. Next we'll study the properties of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal. Interior angles. Each pair of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of supplementary angles. It means sum of those two interior angles is 180 degree. So first pair of interior angles formed by these two parallel lines and the transversal is angle APQ and angle CQP. Angle APQ plus angle CQP is equal to 180 degree. So these two angles which are interior angles are supplementary. Another pair is angle BPQ and angle DQP. Angle BPQ plus angle DQP is equal to 180 degree. So this is the second pair of interior angles and these are also supplementary. It means their sum is 180 degree, but the condition is these two lines should be parallel. So this is about properties of angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal. Thank you.